Greetings, Ben Murray here with another edition of SaaS Metric School. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Today, talking about the timing mismatch or potential timing mismatch between your booking state in your CRM system and CAC. So, the sales and marketing expenses that were associated with acquiring that customer or expanding that customer as well. So, there are two main camps that come up with booking states in our CRM system when we win that opportunity. And when I was in house working at software companies, we always tracked it or recorded that booking state at contract execution. So that was our closed one date. Let's say it's the 15th of the month that shows up in that month for a new deal or an expansion deal. Now, when I was teaching my SaaS metrics course, there's an experienced salesperson in there who mentioned that, hey, Ben, actually, there's another camp or a thought on how we record that booking state, and when the subscription starts. So, for example, say we execute the contract today, but the subscription doesn't start until 6 months from now because, say, the subscription is set to start at go live and we have payment terms in our contracts. That's when that booking state is recorded. So that was an interesting insider comment in my course. So I ran a couple LinkedIn polls, one about a year ago, and then one just recently, and two themes that come from those polls and booking state. So about 60% of the respondents, and this was consistent in both polls, record booking state at contract execution. The next second, I guess, vote at 30%, and that was pretty consistent as well, was on subscription start date for that booking state. So why is this important? Well, one, when we look at our bookings report, which is a must-have report for me each month, it's important to understand the nuances behind that data. So that's a big deal. If I'm looking at an ARR number posted in my bookings report, but that was maybe from a deal signed 8 months ago. So just understanding the data and the underlying assumptions always good. The second thing, if we're in that 30% camp where we're recording a booking at the subscription start date, we could have a timing mismatch between the effort to acquire that customer or that expansion revenue and when that subscription starts. So and this was probably more applicable in targeting mid-market enterprise customers where we have services and there's a lag between execution and subscription start date, that we're going to have a timing mismatch. So you think about when CAC stops, and it stops at that point of sale or the closed one when we make that sale, that effort to acquire that ARR stops, and then we move on to the next customer or prospect. So we want to make sure we have the ARR aligned because ARR from our bookings report feeds sales and marketing efficiency metrics. So the big takeaway here is as we're pulling ARR into our sales and marketing efficiency metrics, that we align the effort and when this happens against the sales and marketing expense and when that happened. So if you record bookings upon contracts execution, you won't have that timing mismatch. But if you record bookings at subscription start date, there's the potential that you're going to have a timing mismatch. So when you look at your bookings report, make sure you understand how that number gets in there, how it's recorded, and then how it flows into your sales and marketing efficiency metrics. So if you like this episode and you like the episodes of SaaS Metric School, please leave a rating and a comment. I'd really appreciate that. And I will see you tomorrow.